The Central European airline Wizz Air is launching new routes across Eastern Europe amid speculation that it could be ripe for a takeover. Now, Ryanair's chief executive, Michael O'Leary, has reportedly made that comment during his earnings call after Wizz said it was pulling out of Abu Dhabi. József Váradi is the CEO of Wizz Air. First of all, are you looking to sell? You saw Michael's comments. I'm sure you've heard them already today. Are you looking to sell?
No, not at all, Richard. I mean, we are not up for sale. We continue to expand the business. We grow organically. I think we've got pretty good footing for the future. Not at all. We are not talking to anyone.
Why did you close the Abu Dhabi? I mean, it was a great venture to get involved with, and obviously it was funded and there was lots of state sort of aid in a sense. But why was it not working in your view?
Yeah, the fact pattern changed dramatically over the course of the last 6 years. When we made the investment case 6 years ago, we had totally different assumptions and we had a different business case. Today, we are struggling with engines. We have 20% of our fleet on the ground. We need to save engine lifetime, and operating in a hot and harsh environment does not do it. Then I think the system in Abu Dhabi became somewhat biased towards their national carrier versus other players, and this is just not the game we play. And thirdly, all the geopolitical events in the region affected demand, affected operating costs, and all in, we decided that this is a very different business case now, and we had to pull out.
A classic perfect storm against you. You talked about engines. When I hear that number of 20% of the fleet, AOG, aircraft on ground, have a listen to what the CEO of Airbus told me yesterday on this question of engine-related supply chain issues.
We're producing at the right level of production rates on all our products, but on the 320 family, we cannot complete the production. We have to produce what we call gliders, meaning finished airplanes without engines, waiting for the engines to be delivered to us, and therefore having us delivering to the final customers. So indeed, it's frustrating.
The CEO of Airbus says it's frustrating. I'm sure you have a more choice set of words for it, because not only are you going to be delayed on your new aircraft, but you're also going to suffer from existing engines that you can't get maintained or that have, as you say, very short on-wing time.
Look, I mean, frustration is an understatement, I would say. I mean, this is clearly unprecedented in the industry. I don't recall anything similar to it, what we are trying to go through. This is a long cycle, probably going to take the industry 4 to 5 years to get this behind us. We try to work it as best as we can with the supplier, with the manufacturer, but this is very tough. And, we have to make some adjustments. And this is the reason, I mean, this is one of the core reasons why we had to review what we are doing in a hot and harsh environment like Abu Dhabi.
So what have you received? I mean, you obviously get compensation for problems, but that really, you're not interested in the compensation. I understand that. I've heard that from enough CEOs. You want the planes, you want the engines, you want your passengers in the air. Have you been given a decent explanation as to why?
Look, I mean, compensation is, a small part of the game. As you say, we want the plane, our business is to fly people from A to B, and we have to operate the aircraft. We think that the GTF engine is a great engine when it flies, but when it doesn't fly, we have, significant problems, operational problems and financial problems as a result. Compensation is only offsetting a portion of it, but not the whole of it.
So you're expanding, you're going back to your base, essentially, Central and Eastern Europe. But you've already, I mean, you've got not most, but you've got a large number of destinations. How are you going to expand organically? Where are you going to grow?
Yeah, Central and Eastern Europe is our home turf, bread and butter for Wizz Air. We have been very successful financially, operationally here. We don't have the kind of weather and dirt issues that are out there in operating in a desert. So Central and Eastern Europe is really a good place for Wizz Air. We still have white spots, and Central East Europe continues to grow GDP. GDP translates into disposable income, and propensity to air travel continues to rise. If you just look at one number today, Central East Europe is still only a third of Western European level propensity to fly. So there is a long way to go to play catch up to Western European levels.
With the 321s and the LRs and the XLRs and the ability to go further, do you see yourself expanding further east into near Asia? Do you see that? Because the new aircraft have so much better fuel efficiency and range.
Yes, but with the caveat that we have to be very cautious, because our first priority, beyond and above everything, is to lift the grounded fleet, because simply this is just the way we do business. And in order to reinstate our financial performance, operating performance, we have to be back in the air full stream. We think we can achieve it in 2 years, and we just have to be very careful where we fly, not to distress the operations of these engines. Once we are full blown again and we are fully in the air, I think we can look at these markets again.
It's back to it. Thank you very much. That's fascinating to hear how this problem is affecting you. I'm very grateful, as always, Joe. Thank you for joining us tonight.